Welcome to Dad Motive. Introduction. We are not doing music.
Yeah, no.
Because the wonderful people at YouTube decided to demonetize us for using non-monetizable music, i.e. royalty-free music.
Yeah, what's up with that, YouTube? Come on,
So,
just humble guys doing a humble job here.
as stubborn dumbasses that we can be sometimes, we are refusing to use any music at all. So this is our introduction to Dad Motive every week for you.
Damn straight.
Our beautiful mugs and a very subtle, almost screw you for taking our music away.
Yeah, and by the way, if anybody follows us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, if you guys can find us some non-monetizable, royalty-free music that you guys want us to use, send it our way. We'll check it out, and hell, we might use it.
Yes.
So send it to us.
No copyright issues, though, because the song we were using was royalty-free. Apparently. Supposedly. Yeah. Apparently not, because now we've been demonetized. So, yeah. So if you got anything you want to send our way, we'll give it a listen, and we'll make a selection. And we will, it might be used in one, if not all, of our videos moving forward. But until then, we're going to be firm in the dirt here.
Damn straight.
No music.
Yeah.
Welcome to Dad Motive.
And we'll also give you a shout out for doing our music. Thank you.
Enjoy Dad Motive.
Bam-a-lam, that's it?
Yes.
All right, well.
Don't want that.
Yeah, geez Louise, Evan. Look at your fat head.
I do have a large head.
No comment.
All right, so where are we? Dad Motive.
This is my basement suite.
Episode 4.
This is soon to be my mom's suite, but she's not here till March. So
there you go.
Yeah, we're hanging out. We had to do it here because I don't have a babysitter today. You may be able to hear my 3-year-old running around shooting zombies or whatever it may be.
Welcome to being a dad.
Yeah, don't have kids. Don't have kids. Unless you like having no privacy or like a moment's peace. You gotta share all your food.
No, I'm not there yet.
Oh God,
That much I'm not there.
Wait. And then they'll spit it out and say they don't like it. It's like, well, why'd you want it then?
I'm not there yet.
Eventually be there. Yeah, you will. It's gonna happen real soon, man. Like 9 months from now. He'll be walking around. Won't be able to quite talk yet, but he'll be able to tell you what he wants, And then it's gonna be a 30-minute fiasco of figuring out what he actually wants because he's not talking yet. It's like, oh, damn it. Why didn't you just talk to me?
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Dad Motive.
Dad Motive episode, what is it, 4?
4 or 5, something like that.
We've done Why Women Live Longer. We've done Chivalry.
What's the other one?
I'm trying to blank on the other one.
Yeah, so am I.
Okay, so I think this is 4 though.
Yeah, I think this is 4 as
we've
well.
done 3.
Yeah.
And this is 4.
And we were winging it today, weren't we?
We were.
Yeah.
We wanted to wing it, so.
Yeah, let's wing it.
Although I did see, real quick, Netflix, Rust Valley Restorers.
Oh yeah.
Did you notice that?
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah.
So the guy,
number 8 in Canada.
the guy that rejected us.
I know, right? What's up with that, man?
Rejected us.
Thanks, Tyson.
Yeah. One of his shows is now on Netflix. So.
Watch, we're gonna get our first cease and desist over this. Maybe the first.
Okay, so we're winging it today, or this week. I really hope that doesn't mean awkward silences and stuff.
No,
what are we talking about?
I don't know. Let's talk about the struggles of the week.
The struggles of the week. Oh, then
God, man.
Yesterday morning is my struggle.
Oh yeah, I know, right? That was some shenanigans.
Although it did fall in to what we talked about before about sometimes women can do things that men can't.
Right.
I'd asked Carly, my wife, for help yesterday with some things that
right?
a very, very macho man might not have done.
Right? So, you want me to tell him, or do you want to tell him?
Well, so I knew the battery was dead. It's been sitting in the garage for a while.
Yeah.
I knew it was dead. I've been waiting for yesterday, because yesterday was my appointment at the shop.
Yeah.
To jump the car, take it in, and have it battery changed and have it serviced.
Yeah.
I went to do it, and it wouldn't even start on jumper cables. So then I'm like, well, then I start to doubt myself. Am I not hooking it up right? I knew I was, but I started to doubt myself. Am I not connecting it right? So I go,
You get a 50-50 chance.
And then I go to my fancy Google machine, and I'm like, all right, so, okay, I did it right. What's going on? And then nothing. So then I finally go to Carly, and I just say, hey, can you help? Like, what's going on here? So she comes out, and okay, still nothing.
Yeah.
And we were actually supposed to record this yesterday.
Yeah. But
so I texted you and said I'm going to be
late.
So,
to which I said, come pick me up. I might be able to help.
So I picked you up, brought you back, and we fingered our butts for a little bit and realized that there was nothing any of us could do.
20, 30 minutes.
So 40 minutes later, tow truck comes and pulls it out of my garage and takes it down to the shop. And yeah.
See,
so yes, that was
it's actually
a wonderful way to not only start a morning but start a week.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, Monday morning of all days. It's funny too, because he was having troubles with his vehicle, and of course, since we're up here in Canada, we're in BC.
It's bloody cold right now.
Oh yeah, man, we're getting a cold snap.
Wow.
Tomorrow it's supposed to be like negative 23 at night. Like, holy hell. First thing in the morning, I get up, it's 10 degrees in my house. My furnace stopped working. I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me. So, first thing my wife and I do is call the goddamn service tech. He comes over after Evan picked me up, and I'm up there helping him. We come back. I come to get some antifreeze for his vehicle. Unfortunately, I didn't have any, so that was a wasted trip. And yeah, so my furnace is working, and now his vehicle is getting worked on. So, I mean, overall,
it turned out okay.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad day. It was just a stupid start.
And I'll say this, it turned out okay financially too, because with my car, and with your thing, it could have been an expensive day. So I will say that it did at least turn out okay.
We had a rough start to the week, dude.
Yeah.
That was just, pardon my language, but that was shite. Yeah. I was just like, I was on the down and outs, boys.
So yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah.
But turned out okay.
Now we got a whole new week ahead of us. Watch, this is just gonna be the shit week.
They're cutting into the ceiling at the bar.
Oh god. Oh god.
Messing with the HVAC system there.
Oh sweet Jesus.
And just making a mess up in the expansion area, just the drywall and everything.
Great. More things we have to clean up, because damn well they won't.
They won't. He'll do a cursory sweep.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I got the big particles, but then you're gonna look around and like tomorrow before work.
Right.
We're gonna have to go in and like little dust particles on the tables, and just it's gonna be
it's gonna be hell. Sweet Jesus.
So I'll probably go in a little early tomorrow.
And watch, your brother will show up and have it all done. We can hope. We can hope. Highly unlikely, but we can hope.
Yeah. So, so that'll be extra prep work for the day tomorrow. And hopefully this week's a little better business-wise.
Yeah.
That was a weird couple days there, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, what's up with that,
Saturday,
y'all?
at the bar.
Like, Super Bowl Sunday, nobody shows up. I realize there's some COVID and whatnot, but just because we can't advertise that we're watching the Super Bowl game doesn't mean we're not watching the Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl Sunday.
Though that's the common sense thing that bothers me.
Right?
It's like,
yeah, what? Just because people don't advertise it, we're not watching it?
Right, we're a bar with 3 TVs. You don't think on Super Bowl Sunday we're going to have the game on?
Yeah, 3 50-inch TVs, and you think we're not watching?
So,
I'm just saying.
To those that did come in, thank you. We appreciate it.
You guys are the bomb. And I do some shout-outs, too. John,
Caleb,
Rob.
Caleb left having paid.
You remember what I was saying about privacy and peace? No! Your map?
Yeah. When we get across off the wall, then we're gonna get in the main side of the factory, and we're gonna go through the front door.
So yeah, don't have kids.
Welcome to it. Welcome to it. So, but yeah, Caleb left, having paid the least amount I think I've seen him pay.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't blame the guy. He's literally spent like $800 in there a week for like the last 2.5 months.
That much?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
You did the math, right?
Yeah. Like upwards of 800 a week. That's a lot of money. Grace, that's it. I quit. I'm not working at Brewer anymore. I'm gonna go do what he does.
Lineman for Fortis.
Guys, when we get into the factory, we're gonna go through the front door, and we're gonna get through that front door. Okay?
Okay, well, you go have fun kicking into that factory.
Wow, that factory isn't big enough.
Well, then why are you going into it?
That's a big, real big. So, how's it going?
I don't know what that means.
Wow, is everything okay, Anna?
Yeah, we're okay. We're just recording the show that you're interrupting.
Thanks for checking, bud.
Well, I'm up here waiting for you guys to... guys, I don't think that's a good idea. That's so funny.
Okay, I'm gonna turn off your cartoon.
Oh, no, you aren't.
Well, you're not watching it.
Yeah.
Or on.
All you're doing is wasting electricity and using up power for nothing if you're not watching.
Yeah, that we have to pay for. Well, me.
No, guys. Guys, do you know what a fine toy is?
Is this going to be our show this week? Just listening to him.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, welcome to Dad Motive. If you guys really want to know what it's like to be a dad, welcome to the 3-year-old stage, almost 4. They talk about the most senseless nonsense.
They tell stories.
It's like, you know, when moms pick up the wee babe and like they're kind of mumbling words, but they don't know how to talk, and then that's what they hear. I think he's fighting dinosaurs. I'm not sure. Oh no, he is a dinosaur.
Okay. Here's a question for you though. What's the terrible year?
Oh, 3. You know, everybody says terrible 2s. That's a load. It's a load because terrible 2s. Yeah, okay.
I'm trying to remember what my parents said about me.
I would say 3 because 3 is right
2 or
around...
3 for me. They're Evan, you were just a terror at 2 or 3, whatever they said. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it's 3 because they learn how to talk. And like I said, it's just senseless. There's nothing to make sense out of it. They're just talking to hear themselves talk pretty well.
Well, that, but I'm also talking like temper tantrums.
Yeah,
just being
yeah.
terrible. Like terrible, whatever.
Hey, Logan, can you go use the potty?
No thanks.
No thanks.
Yeah. Welcome to my life.
Are you a dinosaur, Logan?
Yeah, I'm a real dinosaur.
What kind of dinosaur?
A T-Rex.
A T-Rex. So I guess that matches because you got short arms.
Hey guys, do T-Rexes have sharp nails?
Oh yeah. Do you have sharp nails?
No. Dad hasn't got my nail yet.
You haven't cut his nails
Oh,
yet.
I guess I'm an a-hole. Hey, Logan, come here. Come say hi to the camera.
Come here, bud.
Yeah, get over here, you butthead.
He's hiding behind the wall. Up the stairs. Hi, bud.
Hey, you be careful.
Come here.
I'm thinking, guys, we need the railway, don't we?
Well, I think you need to not play on the stairs. Get your ass in here.
Come here, bud.
Yeah, come on.
Come here.
Come say hi to the camera.
You'll love the camera. Come say hi.
Okay, I'm going to come get you.
Oh no, I'm getting faster than you.
See, now Roar! Here I come. I lied.
That'll buy us about 5 minutes
Yeah.
until he realizes you're now behind him, and then he'll come.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, nice. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. The dad motive, man. Like these are the things that we have to go through. You know, like. I mean, I love my sons. Don't get me wrong. But God, kids are a pain in the ass. Honestly,
They are.
like, no privacy. No, he's just stomping his feet on the stairs because he can. It's like, oh, what, Dad? Dad's trying to do something? Nah, not today. Not today. I got no time for this.
Guys, that's hilarious.
What's hilarious?
That said that word. That's a real hilarious.
Hey, Logan, come here. Come here.
Don't you want to come say hi to all our
Hey, how about
8
this?
viewers?
Come say hi to the camera.
Hey, get in here.
Come here.
Come have a seat. I'll give you some coffee.
3-year-old. Hold on, caffeine. There you go.
Daddy won't find me in the bathroom.
You're not supposed to tell me where you're hiding.
Hey, Logan, come here.
What do you think of my sword?
I like it. Come say hi.
Hey, yeah, no, come here.
Logan, come here. Logan.
Yeah, see, he's just like.
You know,
attention.
Logan is the name of my ex.
Really?
Yeah, her name is Logan.
It is a.
To the front door.
Come here.
Hey, good luck. Good luck. Good
Yeah,
luck.
to the front door.
Hey, come here.
Hey, yeah, get over here.
Hey, I want to see how sharp your sword is.
Yeah, come show us your sword. We want to see how cool your sword is. I'll show you my sword.
We're gonna let go sword.
I got a really cool sword. It's in the couch. You gotta come here.
Hey, I want to see how sharp it is. I want to see how sharp it is.
It's that right and back and this, but this part is not. It's sharp, but this part isn't.
Okay, come here.
Come here.
Come here. Come here. Ugh.
All
right. Look at the camera.
See the camera?
Yeah. Oh, whoa, man. You swinging that thing and you just poke somebody's eyeball up. You're gonna shoot your eye out, kid. Hey.
Hey, Logan, I got a game idea.
And I is here and then you guys find.
So, welcome to episode 4.
Yes.
This is literally just winging it.
Clearly.
I apologize. This is honestly my fault. Yeah, screw me, right?
So since we're winging it, what's your story of the first? Logan, I got a game idea. You want to play a game? You want to play a game?
Yes.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Okay. We're gonna play hide and seek. Okay. You gotta go pick a spot, and then you gotta wait there until we come find you. Can you do that?
Maybe.
But here's what you can't do. You cannot tell us where you're hiding.
And you gotta be very... Oh, careful. Hey, you be paying attention.
Maybe I can hide you. Wait, hide here.
Well, you're not supposed to tell us where.
Yeah. Don't tell us where. Go pick a spot.
Why don't you go hide upstairs in your toy room somewhere?
Yeah, go hide, and we'll come find you.
Careful.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll play hide and seek. You go hide. We'll come find you.
And you gotta be very quiet.
Be very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. What's the...
He ran into the doorknob.
I really wish I pulled that prank on you the other night, though. You go into the washroom and then I lock the door.
Oh man, that would have been gold. I don't know why you
about
didn't
it.
do that.
I thought about it. My hand was in my pocket to pull the key out and everything, and I was like,
Oh man, I totally would have walked dead center into that damn door.
Anyway.
Just to open it. Wow.
what's the story of giving your kid his first bath? Because we are at that point now with my kid of giving him his, in the little bathtub, giving him his first little bath.
Oh man.
Obviously, he's almost 3 months old, so we've given him plenty of baths now. But
Yeah. Oh Jesus, man. I don't know. It's terrifying because, like, you know, you're with this little itty bitty human being. And I'm like, well, I mean, when Logan was born, he was only 5 pounds. So, like, I could literally hold him in my hand, and, like, he was that small. And I don't have giant hands by any means.
He didn't.
Yeah, no, he ain't gonna listen. He's an asshole. He's an asshole.
Logan,
I'm
you're
not
supposed to
afraid
be.
say that either.
Logan, you're supposed to be hiding. Logan, you're supposed to be hiding. Yeah, but we're not hiding. You're hiding. So why would you be looking for us? Why would you be looking for us?
Oh, now you're roped in, dude. Now you're roped in. Careful. What? No, I'm not getting up. Hey. You are supposed to be upstairs watching your cartoon. Huh? Huh?
No.
I'll bump your head on the wall. I'll bump your head on the wall.
We do not promote abuse, so please know that.
Yeah, no.
As you bonk his
He's this one's a ruffian. He likes to throw headbutts. Honestly. Hey, Logan. Can I have a headbutt?
No.
Now what? Now you don't want to give me a headbutt? Okay. Hey. If you're a good boy and go watch your cartoon.
But I want to play hide and seek.
How about you go watch your cartoon and you can have a treat later?
But I want to play hide and seek.
Hey, if you give us a few minutes, we'll come play with you. But you gotta watch your cartoon first. Okay?
Go watch an episode.
Can you watch an episode of your cartoon and then we'll come play?
You know what?
Can you do that?
I might get up a blue sword.
Can you do that?
Maybe yeah, I love blue sword.
I can help you make a blue sword and play hide and seek after you watch an episode of your cartoon. And yes, I am roped in now.
Yeah, I warned you, man. I warned you. Just like constantly deny.
See, learning curve. I have a 3-month-old. He has a 3-year-old. So that's
Now we
good.
have blue swords.
Hey, I'm not gonna help you if you don't go watch your cartoon.
Yay, I like being a dad.
I do. As frustrating as it can be sometimes, I do enjoy it.
Careful.
Hey, Logan.
Watch it, man.
Logan.
Yeah, see, it's funny, eh? Because he ropes you in, but you thinking you want to talk to him. He's like, nah, I ain't having none of that, man.
Yeah.
Screw you guys.
Yeah.
I got my own agenda. I apologize in advance.
It's all good. Welcome to being a dad.
Yeah, I know, right?
Logan, what are you doing? Okay. Well,
So yeah.
story time. What else are we talking about?
Well, my wife started in a new job this week, and now she has weekends off, and I'm super jealous because she gets like a whole weekend by herself because the grandparents take the babe on weekends, and now I'm like, oh great,
And now you're the dad at home, the
Yeah.
single dad at home during the
every
week while
morning.
she works.
Yeah, right. And then on the weekends I work, so I get like no time alone. I'm just like, cool. This is
Hey, you know what?
yeah.
That's why we finished the studio at the bar.
I know, right?
And then
Oh my
that's
God.
our escape pad to go play some Nintendo and do whatever.
Oh my god.
So we got to get on that as they finish the construction.
Once those guys are done,
we'll build the game cabinet you want to build, the arcade
Yeah.
cabinet, and then we'll sweep, we'll clean, we'll get everything painted and right. We'll get the TV in there, and that'll be our spot to play some Nintendo and everything,
Right.
and escape the chaos of being dads, right, Logan?
how about you be careful of the tripod? Walk around it. You be very careful.
What way should I go?
Upstairs.
Upstairs.
Maybe.
Hey, there's zombies and dinosaurs upstairs. Go hunt them.
Yeah, go get the zombies upstairs.
Yeah, go kill them.
Go beat them up.
If you don't, they're gonna infest the house. Go
Yeah.
kill them.
We're gonna come down
Yeah, so you better go beat them all up.
You better go up there and kill them and protect us.
That was a good one, actually, because he really likes fighting dinosaurs and zombies.
Okay, I'm in tune.
Yeah, so that was quick. That was quick. So yeah, Kid Tuesday. Kid Tuesday.
Tuesday as we record this, yes. Friday when it uploads. But yeah, Kid Tuesday.
Kid Tuesday. Woohoo!
My son is still small enough that he can be contained in the arms.
Yeah, right? You can sit there nicely for like an hour.
Although he is reaching the age though where I don't know if you ever experienced this, but he's reaching the age where he's not happy unless he's got some movement.
Yeah.
So, dude, I thought you were killing zombies and dinosaurs.
Wow. Wow.
You know they're gonna come down and kill us.
Wow.
Do you want them to kill us?
Maybe they have to be somewhere in down here.
They're not down here, bud. They're upstairs. I can hear them. They're upstairs.
I can hear them.
All right. You know they're gonna come down and kill us, and you're our protector. You're our warrior. Go up and take care of them. We're counting on you. You got 2 swords now.
I told him he was roped in. Oh yeah, Kid Tuesday is so.
So this is gonna be a little bit of a chaotic episode, as you can tell.
You know what? This is almost worthy of a blooper episode.
This is
Hey guys. Okay, we'll go get them in the shoe room.
They're gonna come down and get us,
Right.
and then there definitely is no hide and seek. So you may as well.
Oh, now he's getting dinosaurs. Okay, wonderful.
Awesome. 1 down, 1,000 to go.
But the were too dumb. I couldn't beat them up.
So he can kill it. He can kill a T-Rex, but not a Stegosaurus. Figure that out.
Hey, you know, if they come down and if you don't protect us, then they're going to kill us, and then there's definitely no hide and seek. So you may as well go up and take care of them.
Yeah.
That way we can play games later.
You go
Because
and stay up there.
Before we started recording, you were looking for bad guys, right? Well, they're upstairs. Sneak up. Sneak up behind them stealth-like.
So yeah. So I have 2 sons. All right. Now my 12-year-old is very much like me. He's quiet. He's reserved.
Dude,
He likes to play
they're
video
upstairs.
games. And I also have this one who is almost 4.
Okay.
And he's definitely like 100% male. He's a boy. He
Yes.
wants to fight, and he wants to play, and he likes to dirt.
Careful. Careful.
And yeah,
They're upstairs.
it's like
They're trying to get down here. Go protect us.
at 6:30 in the morning, I get woken up by, Dad, I'm ready to get out of bed now. That's literally what I get woken up by. I'm ready to get out of bed. A week ago, I slept through it. My wife woke up at 3:30 to him doing it. I was like, oh
At
my
3:30.
3:30 in the morning. I was like, what is wrong with you? Like, oh my God. So yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what's more frustrating. The infant child that is hard to soothe, and get put down for bed, especially when it comes to cluster feeding time.
Yeah.
Where it takes forever to get them down, and then by the time you do, they're ready to eat
hungry
again.
Yeah.
Or the toddler who won't sleep and runs around.
Yeah,
you can't contain.
and no attention span either. It's just like they're constantly having something new going on in their head. It's like fireworks.
I'm trying to figure it out, and obviously I won't know until I get there.
Yeah,
But
this is true. I mean,
there's the frustrating aspect to my son, who's at the point now where he's not content unless he's in your arms, bouncing,
Yeah.
swaying, moving. But you have to do that to get
Yeah.
him moving.
Yeah.
Whereas a toddler can move on his own, clearly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what's more frustrating. At least this way, my arms are saved from fatigue, from having to carry on a 14-pound baby and bounce and sway and move for an hour at a time or whatever.
It's true. You can also take the toddlers for like a walk, and they can do that all on their own. You know, you just gotta hold a hand, or get a leash.
Yeah.
Dad, they're the same thing like swords.
Dude.
They're the same.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Upstairs, bud.
Welcome to my life.
No,
go. Because I said, hey, you stay out in the furnace room too. I see you open the door. Get up there. Don't, okay, well, I'm gonna go turn off your cartoon.
But I want to be my sword.
That's fine. You can take your swords upstairs.
There's monsters upstairs. You got to take care of them.
Go. And I want you to stay up there. You're being a butthead.
So yeah. Anyway,
Stop being a butthead.
I've always been good with kids, so I guess this is
What? Want this too?
another learning thing for me to take in. But
All right.
I've always been good with kids, so I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's frustrating when you're trying to record a show. So, but anyways, welcome to Dad Mode, episode 4, in Gerry's basement. So, as he disappears, and I'm left to narrate and talk amongst myself. So,
All right.
how long do you think that will last?
A minute and a half. Yeah, maybe not even. I don't know. Okay, frustration. How about that? That's actually a good episode title. Frustration.
Frustration. We could also just call it blooper episode,
Yeah, we could.
because that's basically
The
what
blooper frustration.
basically
Frustration of bloopers.
what it's turning into. So
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, tiny children. Tiny children. So, even as an adult, I find myself struggling sometimes with my attention span. I think that's why I'm a cook, right?
you're constantly moving your hands.
Yeah,
constantly doing
exactly.
something, yeah.
I gotta stay busy. Idle hands is the devil's playground.
Yeah.
Right? That is the whole justice of children.
Yeah.
You gotta keep them busy. You have to keep them entertained. Like, I mean, how many kids did you go to school with that you maybe saw take a bad path in life or get into trouble either with the law or with their parents or
One of my best friends growing up was that way.
right?
Drug addict, and sorry
Yeah.
if he's watching this, not to air your dirty laundry. I won't say your name for that reason, but
Right? Like, and
blended family, lots of kids, so the attention wasn't fully
divided.
on him. So it was, he sought it elsewhere. So
Yeah. Like.
But I will say that is the frustrating thing today, though. With parents and teachers and things, is the go-to with a short attention span, as we see, is drug them. Oh, they need medication.
Yeah,
There's something
or
wrong.
whatever it may be.
It's like, no, there isn't.
Yeah, no.
He's 3 years old. He's a kid.
Yeah.
Like, what do you expect?
He
So-
literally has the attention span of a goldfish.
That's the frustrating thing. That's a whole other topic for a whole other day,
Right.
Possibly about the education system and whatever else. But it is the frustrating thing about the education system sometimes is this idea, and it's the beauty of like recess when you're young. But still, for the most part, this idea that you expect these kids from 2 years old on up to basically high school or later, depending, to sit behind a desk for hours on end.
Yeah, 8 hours, man.
And
That's
listen
a long
and
ass
listen
time.
to one person just talk.
Right? And
like-
monetize, or not monetized, such, what the fuck is the word I'm looking for? Pardon my language. What's that word I'm looking for? Monotone.
Just it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just very this and that about, and hey, and again, it's a whole other topic because you can really dive into the rabbit hole of the things that are being taught and whether that's useful
Right?
today.
Oh my god.
But the point is, very monotone, just 8 hours a day, just and sit behind a desk. And yeah, you get 30 minutes of recess, but at the end of the day, like
That's
for a
not
kid, as you see here, that's not enough.
Yeah.
And so, and the idea that, well, he keeps turning around and talking to his friend behind him, or he keeps it, it's like, well, he's a kid.
He's doodling.
You're leaving him in a desk, and you're actually expecting him to sit there with an open notebook and be attentive. It's
Right.
like, It's not gonna happen.
Right.
So, you know, like we say don't have kids, oh it's frustrating, it's like this and that. It's like, well, first of all, that's being a kid.
Yeah, exactly. That's a joke too. Like,
you know, oh absolutely 100%. I'm not saying that it's not, but I'm just saying, you know, like we witnessed today, you know, it's welcome being a kid.
Yeah.
So the idea that you're gonna medicate and sedate and everything like that, it's like, no, that's not the problem. Just because he's a 6-year-old who is being a kid doesn't mean he's got these ADHDs and these different things. It means he's a kid, and kids inherently have
energy.
Pardon the language here, but a shit ton of energy.
Yeah.
So what do you expect?
Like,
so
it's literally like people are trying to steal their personality or their gumption, basically. It's like my 12-year-old, he's a good kid. He's really smart. He's way smarter than I ever was. Like, holy hell. But he's a wise ass. Holy hell, man. The kid's got quick. Like, he can shoot me down in a heartbeat if he really wanted to, but really he just like sits there with his mouth shut and he's like, yeah, I got one for you, but I ain't gonna tell you. He ain't smart enough for me. No. It's like, goddamn, man. Like, I remember being in school and I was one of these kids. I couldn't sit still. And that's probably why I'm a cook today. I remember teachers literally looking at my mother and going, we can't challenge him enough.
You gotta keep him busy. Yeah,
we can't challenge him enough. He's so that we can't keep him busy. It's like, it's
a beauty, but it's also the hard part of like sports too.
Right? Yeah.
Because kids are gonna do the same thing with, the beauty is you're outside and it's a sport and it's a way to burn energy. But it's still another situation where you got to pull the kid in and you got to teach him a drill or you got to do this and that. And actually expect the kid to actually just look at you and you know, take a knee and kind of just watch and be attentive. And it's like, you know, so I guess that's, and again, different topic, but I guess that's why the good coaches, right, in sports, you know, depending on the age group, you know, they do things differently per age group because you got to keep them engaged.
It's strange.
And you got to find it engaged, and unfortunately, it's teachers and it's the system sometimes, and even parents trying to find the easy way out of being the adult, and rather than get creative with how to keep them busy, like, hey, there's monsters upstairs, go kill them for us, right? It's
I want to got an imagination.
Oh yeah,
I've seen a kid crawl around on all fours pretending to be a dinosaur.
It's the system and a lot of parents and a lot of teachers trying to stifle that creativity. And find the easy way to keep them contained.
Right.
So, like, and that again, it's a whole other topic, but you know, again, another issue with the education system is the stifling of the creativity. That how dare kids be creative? They've got to be, you know, and so it's
monotone.
Yeah, it's frustrating, but I get it's welcome being a parent. You know?
Yeah, and like the frustration about the whole thing. If we're gonna continue on with the frustration level, is like one thing may work for one student or child, it's not going to work for the other.
Everybody's different. Everybody.
Like no matter what, you're going to have one child who has just the wildest imagination. You know, look at fantastic authors who write amazing books. And then look at people who per se create video games. There's still the same concept, two different people. Look at people who've invented sports or have a knack for actual creation, like gun makers per se, builders, right? No matter what, we're always going to have those different sets of people among us, which is the beauty of life, in my opinion. Like it's
a nice thing.
Cool.
It's a good thing.
Imagine if we were all the goddamn same. You'd literally be sitting here listening to us go, and today's episode is this. I'd be Charlie Brown's teacher. Oh, there's our second cease and desist.
Yeah. But no, it.
Yeah, man, like, just crazy stuff. Like,
Here's the third cease and desist. That's why it's frustrating that our show is rejected by Tyson. Because seriously, because it's like, do you not have the creativity to turn this into what you're looking for?
Right? No kidding.
Like, are you really looking for so buttoned down ideas that already fit that mold that you don't want to put the work in or be creative to
try something new?
And I'm not saying our dad motive idea is the be all end all of ideas.
No, yeah, definitely not.
But it's like the response we got of, it sounds like a good idea, but we're looking for these things. It's like, okay, that's great. Welcome to any other concept, sure. But it's like, did you really take the time to think of how maybe you could turn this into what you were looking for? So,
right.
So third decent cease and desist in 30 minutes. There you go.
Okay, fourth cease and desist. So, men, what do we really have? Like, we have like our work, we have our kids. Naturally, we love our children. Well, most fathers, that is. And I currently have a toddler trying to get down here asking me if he can have a candy. But yeah, fourth cease and desist. So women have like all this. I don't want to say that word because that's a bad one. Ellen, Oprah, Kelly with the morning talk show. I don't even know anymore. Like, I mean,
Kelly Clarkson has a.
Oh my God! What, really?
Yeah, she has a show. She has a talk show, and that's the thing. And I will say this: that's the frustrating thing, like about my hockey podcast, War Room. Go check it out. But or this or anything like that is everybody and their mother now has a podcast or a show. And the problem is everybody and their mother includes celebrities, especially during this quarantine COVID time.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're looking for ways to outlet their creativity. And hey, good for them.
Yeah.
But they're looking for ways to outlet their creativity and creativity. I said creativity. Sorry. Creativity. And everything, and hey, good for them. That's what we're doing here, right? But the problem is celebrities are doing it, so, and it's ruining the curve for typical podcasters and typical shows, because what it's doing is networks and sponsors and all this stuff. It's oversaturated, first of all, and second of all, networks and sponsors are going to go with the Kelly Clarksons and the Ellen DeGenereses and things because they're celebrities, because they have how many millions of followers.
Well, so obviously they got more than us.
So it's an easy thing for them to say, well, that's an easy thing to make money. Is if I just give them the financial backing and I give them the platform, because they'll make me money rather than investing in something that might actually be creatively better. And I'm not saying we're the be all end all with Dad Motive or me with War Room, the hockey podcast, but it's the frustrating thing that it's not only oversaturated, but everybody's talking the same. Everybody is the same, monotone, like we were just saying. And when you have something different to say, I just kept going because you left.
No, sorry. On an upside, I got a giant Kinder Egg.
So, anyways, what I was saying is, it's no, I'm good. Thanks. So, took it from him, did you?
Well, you already ate half of it in the 2 minutes we left him alone.
So, anyways, what I was saying was, it's oversaturated.
Yeah.
The market.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it's the easy scapegoat type thing for these networks and these sponsors to be able to go, well, they already have the following. That's an easy money back right there, so just give it to them. And what ends up happening is they're all doing and saying the same things, and it's monotone like we were talking about. So again, not that our show or my hockey podcast or anything like that is the be-all, end-all of tremendous content.
Yeah, no, not at all.
But it is different. It is creative. It is these things, and that much I will say, pat on the back or not. And it's the frustrating thing that those things are overlooked, and those things aren't given the chance simply because of the lack of social media following or the lack of fame
No,
whatever
it's
behind it.
yeah,
So
it's
so
the
it-
saturation and drowning of the market for
so
sure.
it's the frustrating thing, because now you're trying to, especially in the COVID time where you're at work, businesses are suffering, you're trying to find new creative ways to make money and all this stuff, and yet it's like pulling teeth.
Yeah,
And yet
isn't it?
And yet you get Joe Schmo celebrity who decides to sit down with his cell phone and just upload videos on their couch,
Right.
and they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Right.
And it's like, well, why are they making hundreds of thousands of dollars? Is it because, kind of like with my hockey podcast, is it because they're saying anything different than the next person, or they're breaking different news than the next person?
Right.
Or because, oh my gosh, they're so and so, of course I'm going to watch.
Yeah.
And,
Is it
again,
controversy?
from a
Is
money
it-
perspective, from a business perspective, you can't blame these networks.
No, you
right?
can't.
Hey,
Yeah.
look at them, awesome, great. But at the same time, if you pride yourself, like a lot of networks and a lot of sponsors do, if you pride yourself on being different, on creativity, on these different things, why would you not take the time to invest or take a chance on something different,
Yeah,
something
something
creative?
new.
So I know nothing about Tyson.
No.
I know nothing about him. Never met him in person.
I mean,
Do
well,
not-
obviously the guy's got a butt ton of money.
He's created good shows. Rust Valley Restores is now on Netflix.
Yeah.
He's doing good things. Hey, good on him. I know nothing about him. He's being successful that way. Good for him. It's what you want. But in general, it's a little frustrating.
Yeah.
Just because,
Well-
we're not buttoned down. We have yet to finish our studio. Yeah, we go from the bar to now a basement and whatever. Fine. But I like to think that, well, it's not the be-all, end-all of content, that we've got things to contribute.
Yeah, we
As-
have a
as
different
dads,
mindset.
As dads, different perspectives, different mindsets,
Yeah.
things like that. We can be funny, we can be creative, and all that stuff. And unfortunately, it's hard to do that when you don't have the financial backing to be able to,
Yeah.
right? And that was the beauty of like the Tyson thing, of potentially winning that contest, because then you get 10 grand or whatever
Yeah,
it was,
a little
to-
bit of backing,
to
which
invest
goes so
to invest
far.
into your show a little bit,
Yeah.
and potentially make it better. Have multiple cameras, have this or that.
Right.
Have a more
table with some microphones.
more buttoned down studio real quick, rather than waiting for construction and things to finish and all
Yeah.
that stuff. And so it's frustrating as all, because we say it all the time in my hockey podcast. We're not only saying the same things too, but we're actually saying new things. We're actually bringing new things to the table, hockey wise, and yet you turn on Sportsnet, you turn on these different channels, and you do this and you do that, and you watch YouTube, and it's literally the same. It's literally 5 different people literally saying the exact same headline, and it's like, but they're the ones with hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they're the ones with the fancy studios, and they're
Right.
the ones this and that. And it's like, not to cop out, I'm not afraid of on honest days work with this kind of stuff, but it would be nice to have somebody come along and say, you know what, I like your idea. I'm going to give you a chance. I'm
Right.
investing in you.
Right?
So
Yeah,
and
that'd
hey,
be
hopefully
cool.
hopefully that happens as we put out more episodes and we finally move into our official studio and we start to do these things. But seeing as we're only 4 episodes in, right? But
And we have a decent following for being rookies on like greenhorns on the scene. Absolutely.
So
But
hopefully one day we can get there again. Good, honest work into it, but
Hey.
it's
gotta start somewhere, right?
but it's initially frustrating
Yeah.
with that kind of stuff. So.
Well, I mean, like, I wholeheartedly agree. It's the saturation of the market in such an overcrowded place. I mean, you look at places like YouTube or places where you can download podcasts or hell, even internet radios, man.
Yeah.
You seen the talk shows of those? The other day I was going through YouTube and it's like bushcraft came up. I didn't even know what the hell that was. And it's just a bunch of different dudes or chicks, and they're like surviving in the wilderness with food, without food, with tools, without tools. And it's like, man, I went through the amount of people, and like, hell, there was like 50 different people doing it. And I was just like, holy hell. And it's like one person can pick their favorite, but
And to me, it's a pride thing.
yeah.
Obviously, because we're not monetized and yet anyway, fingers crossed, you know, hopefully we can get to that point. But
One day.
obviously, we have other obligations as a result. You know, sometimes, sometimes like last week, couldn't find a babysitter, and we finished our keg list, which will drop at some point, by the way, for everybody on social media for Dad Motive, but and we had fun doing that. But the point is, things come up. So last week, we tried to do the Keg Motive episode, wasn't where we wanted it, so we kind of went a week without an episode, and unfortunately, not being monetized, we can get away with doing that. If we were getting paid, we wouldn't be able to. We'd have to really, be consistent with it. But we can get away with missing because, we've got other obligations. We've got full-time work. We've got all this stuff.
Children at home.
Wives. But it's a pride thing, and that's the other frustrating part. Is I don't want to undercut anybody, celebrity or not, and say that they don't have pride in the podcasts that they're doing. But the majority of them, I will say, and this is a guarantee, the majority of them, they don't even run their own stuff. They don't set up the microphones. They don't do anything like that. They just show up in studio and sit down. And to me, and it's so monotone and it's the same stuff. Like, where's the pride to do some research and be creative with the stuff you're talking about? And they don't really do that. And like my hockey podcast, I research every day to have the things to talk about for one day a week. Like I take pride in it. And, we've got obligations, but I like to think that we already, if not, will soon be able to take the pride with this in the same way. And everything like that, especially when our studio's up and finished and we can actually have an official place to go and actually spend time. Without being rushed out or, interrupted or anything like that. And then we can actually spend time and we can actually get creative with topics and show ideas and actually take pride in it, because I'm invested in this. I'm all in. I know you are. You've said you are. And so it's a pride thing. And to me, that's the other frustrating thing, is that we take pride and we're here doing it, even with a kid running around or whatever else.
Well, we got to do what we got to do.
And these celebrities are basically gifted these platforms, and they just kind of show up, sit down, and go. And there's no real. They're not the ones doing the research.
And
or
it's
doing
because
the
the
setup
studio knows damn well they're going to make money, regardless of what they do.
So, but
it's like, oh, you need $300,000 for babysitters? We got you covered. It's like, no, we ain't got that, man.
Exactly.
So,
but one thing we forgot, though, again, is the Dad Motive potluck.
I know. Actually, I was just thinking about that. So I'm gonna hold out the pot and I'm gonna drop in my 2 ideas just off the ball. So.
Oh, you're gonna do that now?
Yeah,
I was just gonna say we'll wait till next week and do 3.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna drop mine in.
I don't have my 2.
Oh, you suck, man. I've got my 2. I've had my 2 in my head for like 2 weeks now.
I've got 1, right? You said I told you about. But it's hard to come up with the 2, man. Especially when we're both coming up with ideas, because then ideas get taken. So I've got the 1. So I guess we can verbalize it here and then drop it in at another time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So the 1, drop it in, is the dad joke competition.
All right.
Okay, so dad joke competition dropped into the pot, and basically, and I explained it to you, it's you and me.
Yeah.
Kind of like if you've ever seen the Will Ferrell, Mark Wahlberg videos.
Yeah, oh, so good.
Where they sit across the table.
Where
they sit across the table from each other. So basically, it's us, and we don't have to memorize these things. We can even have them written down, or have a list, or have our phones, or whatever. But
P.S. 5th or 6th cease and desist right there.
So we'll sit across from each other, and we'll read each other jokes. Or stories, or because not all dad jokes are jokes per a punchline. There's actually, right? So there's actually conversations or stories. So, but read each other these things, and if the other person laughs, chuckles, laughs, anything like that, basically breaks the stare, basically. then you get a point. So if I tell a joke and you chuckle, that's a point for me.
All right.
And vice versa. And then after how many, and we'll each have the same amount, so, you know, and everything. After how many jokes, whoever has the most points wins. And there you go. So dad joke competition.
All right.
Although I will say this though, for the potluck, it might be beneficial to start coming up with. We've kind of discussed it a little bit, but start coming up with consequences for losing competitions.
Yeah, we need to.
Because otherwise, it's like anything else. What's the point, right? Because you're just going to sit there for the sake of a video, sure. But what are you doing if you lose? Are you walking down the street wearing something embarrassing? Are you doing what do you get if you lose? So something to think about. But your ideas.
My two ideas: long range shooting. So I have a 30-06 rifle. I also have a 308 and a 270. Long range shoot with a 30-06. I know a good place to shoot where we're gonna hit the farthest target. Also, the dad diss off. What's up? Get ready for me to kick his ass.
You will, man, because I like to think I'm quick-witted when we're at work or something like that. When we're at work and we pass each other and we get these, excuse my language, but we get the fuck you and we get all this stuff. But the pressure of now camera rolling, us standing across from each other, and now we've got to go like the Yo Mama jokes that you saw on TV all the time.
Oh my god, do you remember Wilmer Valderrama's Yo Mama show? It was from the late 2000s.
Vaguely.
So good.
But man, oh man, the pressure of that to now be quick-witted and have the disses and I think you'll win that one. But I like how you're conveniently coming up with ideas that you're going to win at. It's not my fault I'm better at this than you are. The one idea so far that you've put in that we actually might be even at, just because we haven't done it equally, is 007, you only die twice, or you only live whatever it is. That's true. You only live twice, whatever.
Well, hell, man, I haven't shot my guns in a long time either, though.
It's been a while.
It's been a while for me.
It's been a while. So
I haven't shot my 30-06 for 8 months.
It's been a while. So potluck, there you go. Yeah. Ideas in. Yeah. We'll physically write them and everything next time we're at the.
And they'll be in there.
Next time we're at the bar, which is tomorrow for work. But But yeah, so there you go. I got to come up with my second idea. So.
And get on it.
I'll let you talk for a second while I think.
Where's the creativity, son? See what I mean?
I'm trying to think, man.
You guys see how hard it is to work with this guy?
I'm trying to think.
God, it's like working with a 3-year-old. So the frustration. How about going back to the frustration of the school system? So
that's like
oh man,
that could be a 5-hour
I know, right?
Conversation.
Well, I'll put it this way. So I was literally told in grade 1 that my teachers could not challenge me enough.
Yeah.
I think better be filming, sucker.
I stopped about 20 minutes ago.
Oh, you
now we're just
son of a bitch.
It's going.
And I shouldn't say that because I love your mom. She's a sweetheart.
You can't really call me a bastard either.
I know, damn it. I can't call you anything good these days. Goddamn stupid monetization. Yes.
So
crap.
Technically, if you watch the show on Netflix, technically the curse words aren't really curse words.
You know what? That's true.
That's true. They're just words of the English language that at some point in history somebody decided was vulgar.
Yeah, a bad word.
And mean and inappropriate and whatever. I don't know who decided that.
We're on a roll for cease and desist today.
Yes, we are. So fine, throw that in there. That's a bad word, but really, it's not. The only curse words are "damn," which is like when you say it is actually like the tamest of the curse words.
Yeah,
but it basically means "damn somebody to hell." So that's
a terrible thing to say to somebody.
So that's
I want you to go to hell.
Per the Netflix show, that's like the only curse word,
right?
The actual official curse word. So
it's whack,
but whatever.
Too many snowflakes
out there who can't handle things that they don't agree with or
Right.
whatever, because oh my gosh, God forbid. So
Yeah.
whatever. Hey,
Oh
if
my
you,
God!
if you,
Someone has an opinion.
if you don't like listening, if you don't want your kid listening to Eminem, don't let him listen to Eminem. Like, don't. Did you ever hear that story? I saw an interview with Eminem
No.
about the mom that like came up to him at a concert with her kid
What?
and said, "I'd like you to stop with the lyrics and the words you use because my kid really likes you, and oh, it's inappropriate." And I watched that interview, and Eminem said it too. He's like, he said it himself. He's like, "No, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
Like, this is my art form.
that's his niche.
This is my art form. I don't allow cursing at home." He doesn't curse at home, which I thought was interesting.
I believe that.
So
I
no
believe that.
cursing at home around his daughter. You know, all that stuff. He's clean cut at home.
Yeah, I
but
believe
it's
that.
but it's his art form. So I'm going to say things. I'm going to sing things and rap things and everything like that. And if you don't want your kid listening, then don't buy my CDs
Right.
and don't listen. Don't let him listen. Like, step up and be a mom and don't let him listen.
Right.
Right. So exactly. If you don't want that stuff, either change the channel or turn it off. But
It's like
enough of this. Enough of this. Everybody has to change. Everybody has to change to fit you. It's like, and I don't want to get into politics, but it's like a funny thing that I saw.
Yeah.
Per politics between the left and the right,
Yeah.
especially today. And this is fact, the way it's handled today. This is not a political bias. This is fact. If something's inappropriate on TV, or I don't agree with something on TV, conservatives will change the channel. Democrats will try and get that removed.
Yeah, that's
Right?
Isn't
They'll
that
try
the
and
goddamn
they'll try and
truth?
cancel it, cancel
Oh my
culture.
God,
They'll try and have it
isn't that
removed.
the truth?
Whereas the majority of conservatives will just change the channel.
Yeah,
Right?
be
So
done
it's,
with it.
it's the difference between it's just, you know, in my opinion, it's not for me, it's not my favorite show. Ooh, that's inappropriate, it's whatever, so I'm turning it off.
Yeah.
Compared to the other people that go, screw you,
Wow,
everything
look
has
this
to be
out.
how I want it or how I agree with it, and if it's not, I'm canceling you.
That's what we call a snowflake.
Yes. Yes.
But like,
Big snowflake.
back to the Eminem thing. I remember I think it was 12 or 13. I saw you out on.
I'm not. Oh, I'm eyeballing it as it's like just sitting in between us, like.
It's separate. But back to the Eminem thing. I remember I was about 12 or 13 at the time. I was down at my aunt's. My aunt has three kids, and my oldest cousin Sean. He used to listen to Eminem. Now I know, right? And he's got 10 years on his youngest sibling.
You just hear it.
I know.
Dad.
He's kicking the door.
Dad.
So anyways, my cousin Sean, my oldest cousin Sean was listening to Eminem, and my aunt came busting into his room because he had the music quite loud, and my youngest cousin was quite young and he shouldn't be listening to that kind of music. As per, he was barely in school yet. Yeah. So my aunt basically just kicked the door open, threw a CD player on the ground, pulled out the CD, and busted it in half and said, "I'm sick of you listening to that crap." And I was like, "Oh, that was my first time of like seeing another parent be harsh on their children."
My parents did that to me though.
Right. Well, exactly.
It was
Right.
one of the first one. It was I was getting older and getting more into different music, and I remember turning on MTV, and this was back when MTV was actually MTV. MTV back then, back in the late '90s, early 2000s, was actually music television. Now it's like reality shows
crap.
and different things like that, which is ridiculous.
Yeah,
Change your network name if that's what you're going to do. But back then, it was actually music television because they'd actually have music countdowns and music videos,
Right.
things like that, which was great. But
It was nice.
I turned it on, and my first introduction to rap music was Eminem, his music video, Cleaning Out My Closet. And I'm watching that, and my dad walks in, and he says, "No, turn it off, you're get out." Like, done. Like, so,
Oh, I
and
can see your
everything
dad
like
doing
that.
that.
But again, we didn't cancel Eminem, so just turned it off. So, but it does create the discussion of where you kind of stand with censorship and with shielding your children as they grow up from different things. Because there is a debate, not a debate. To me, there's no debate. There's again, not to say I'm with a 3-month-old that I know everything, but there.
Nor do you really need to censor right now.
To me, there's a right and a wrong way to do things with the world, with your children.
I agree.
But it does create the discussion of where you stand, where different people stand on, do you, obviously age appropriateness, things like that, but do you completely shut your child out of seeing and asking questions about nudity and drugs and alcohol on TV and sex in TV and things like that, because they watch TV and they, ooh, what's this?
Yeah,
right?
I still remember the first time I saw boobs on TV.
Right. So
I was 11 years old and I was like, oh my god, they're beautiful.
Yeah. So like to me, like you should, because there's parents out there that completely shield it.
Right.
But the problem is, and this goes again to what we were talking about the wrong path and things like that. I knew plenty of kids in university, in Colorado, and at work and these different places growing up where their parents shielded them and censored them from everything.
Yes.
You are not to know about drugs and drug use. You're not to know about nudity and sex. You're not to see a naked woman. You're not to watch an R-rated movie. You're not to do this and that. And then what ends up happening is these kids get to university and they move out and they're living on their own
and they're
find
doing
rebellion.
things like that,
and they realize that these things encompass the world.
Yeah.
Right, wrong, or indifferent, they encompass the world.
Yeah, it's
and
part
now
of it,
and now
regardless.
they make friends at school and at university, and they want to fit in.
Right.
Every kid does.
Yeah.
And all this stuff. And everybody is snorting coke.
Yeah.
Everybody's smoking pot. Everybody's doing this and that. And I know nothing about it, but everybody's doing it. So it's got to be okay, right? And next thing you know, right? So, and I saw a lot of kids whose lives went down the shitter, excuse my language, because of it. And because their parents did that. And that's why I always told myself, when I have a family, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I think there's within reason, of course, that there's
right
different
and
ways
wrong.
to do things,
Yeah.
but completely shutting them out of things,
Right.
I don't agree with. I'm of the stance that obviously age appropriateness and obviously, but as they grow up, Dad, can I watch this? Can I watch this with you?
Yeah.
Shh. And depending on age, of course, and things like that, sure. As long as I'm there, because now you can ask questions and I can answer it, and I can give you the information.
You can be secure with the information.
I can be secure with the information.
Yeah.
You can be secure with the information I'm giving you. All these things, and you can ask questions safely,
Right.
where you know you're going to get an answer, and you can kind of learn these things rather than get an unhealthy idea of it, right?
Yeah.
So, and everything like that, rather than either learn it on your own and get an unhealthy attachment to things or unhealthy idea of it, or completely not know anything about it at all.
Yeah.
So to me, that's where I stand is 10 years old, okay, you can watch this PG-13 movie with me.
Yeah.
But we're going to discuss things.
Yeah.
We're gonna go through things. Even if you don't have questions, I'm
Right.
gonna pause it from time to time and ask you what you think of things.
Yeah.
We're gonna discuss this so that we're on the same page of all this, so that you know that yes, while this movie might show boobs, here's how you go about things so that you can still respect women and you can still do this and that, and not have an unhealthy view of what women should be or those types of things, right? So I think there's a right and a wrong way with that kind of stuff.
So, the censorship thing. Logan! No, Daddy's doing his show. What? No. No. Yeah, see, this is welcome to Dad Life. So censorship. When I was about 15, my friends and I found out, being a small town kid, that if you called a cab company and said, hey, I've been drinking, I don't want to go down to the liquor store because I have been drinking, I was wondering if you might be able to pick me up some liquor. They would bring you the liquor without asking your age.
Really?
Yes.
They don't do that in the States.
I know, right? So
do.
you could call the cabbie up and be like, yo, I want you to swing by the liquor store, pick me up a bottle of vodka, pick me up a flat of Bud, whatever the hell it may be. And they'd show up at your doorstep and just expect payment.
Yeah, they don't do that in the States. In the States, you either got to be physically there to purchase it so you can show ID.
Right?
So, yeah, they don't do that in the States.
Yeah, man. So
that's interesting.
We as kids used to take fucking advantage of that. Pardon my language again.
In the States, kids would like take somebody's older brother or somebody like that. Hey, can you buy us beer, man?
Of course. Yeah, find a booth.
But that's
right?
like,
we've done that too. But
that's like the extent of it for that kind of stuff.
That was like the ultimate of the ultimate. 15, 16 years old, and we wanted to all, go hang out at the beach and have some beers or whatever. We're all young kids. Of course we're getting into goddamn trouble. It's not like we were burning buildings down.
Yeah. We
were all sharing a flat of beer, and there would be like 10 of us.
Yeah.
That's barely a beer a person. So, we used to do stupid shit like that. I remember the first time I did it at home, and it was the only and first time that the cabbie said, okay, but I'm going to need ID upon arrival. And I said, okay, no problem. And I got my mom to open the door. Oh, was she mad? She opens the door and all she sees is this cabbie standing there with a bunch of liquor. I just handed her $80. I'm like, here, Mom. And she's like, well, what's this for? And I'm like, you're about to find out. And she opens the door. She takes the liquor and she takes my cash, gets the liquor, comes into the kitchen. She says, you're fucking grounded. You ever pull that shit again, I'm gonna whoop your ass. That is not cool. I was just like, woo, maybe I made a mistake.
I never did anything like that.
Yeah.
What
was I supposed to do? At least I was being honest. I didn't lie.
I egged a house. That's
ooh.
And it was bad news. It was poor decision making on my part.
Oh yeah, I bet you that one.
We moved houses.
Yeah.
Okay, we moved out of a house and moved into a new house. And the guy that bought our old house was just an ass.
Okay.
I'm sure you can see where
this
is going.
Oh yeah.
So he knew us. He knew our vehicles. So at one night, late at night, my brother and I, Owen was involved. My brother and I and a couple of our friends hopped in my Jeep. I had a Jeep Cherokee at the time. Hopped in my Jeep. We had a carton of eggs, and we went over there, and we went up to the cul-de-sac. We turned around, we came down. We're parked. Now we're parked. We're good. Okay, here we go. The problem was we didn't know anything about this guy.
Yeah.
And sleep habits or anything like that.
Yeah, pattern.
There's a big old house, and I miss this house, man. I really love that house. To this day, I think about that house. There was a big dining room window in the front.
Yeah.
Like you see on those nice houses.
Yeah.
Well, he was sitting in the dining room on his computer.
Ooh.
Lights off and everything, but sitting on his computer.
Yeah.
And right in front of the window, we just poke out of the car window because we were ready to throw it into gear and go after we were done. So that's why we did it that way. We just opened the windows, kind of leaned out and chucked.
Yeah.
Well, nailed the house, but we didn't know he was right there looking right at us.
Oof.
So we get going, and all of a sudden he's following behind us on his motorcycle everywhere we go, just following us.
Yikes.
And so, and then finally he turned off, and what he was doing was he was getting the license plate. So he turns off, and of course we're kids, so we don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
we don't think about it. All we think about adrenaline rush. Oh my God, he's turning away. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, we're out of here.
So we kind of circle a little bit,
Hey,
just
Dad.
make sure. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Dad.
Here, you finish your story. I'll be right back.
Dad.
Jesus.
What? Why do you have your winter gloves?
We circle a little bit,
Okay. Go upstairs.
and
Come on, let's go.
we park my Jeep
Okay, that's fine.
in the parking lot, and we walk back to my house.
You want me to put your cartoon back on?
But the problem was the police were already there because, again, he got our license plate, and yeah, so a year of probation for vandalism, and I think, if I remember correctly, a fine of some sort. This was 10 years ago or so. A fine of some sort. And yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think that was the most trouble I got into. Yeah, so anyway, but yeah, and now I do this all the time with myself, but I'm now drawing a blank on what we were discussing. So anyway, but yeah, Dad Motive episode 4. Thanks for joining us, guys. This is kind of a chaotic episode this week. Well over an hour now, but kind of chaotic episode. Such is life, such is being dads. So it is what it is. So we're not going to apologize for it because it is what it is. Anybody out there who's been parents, or soon to be parents understands. So, but anyway, chaos.
Oh, chaos is the word, man.
So,
Not bird is the word. Chaos is the word. Chaos is the word.
So I finished the story, and then I finished the story and drew a blank on why we were even telling those stories.
Censorship and what we should and should not have done, or
getting
how
in
we
trouble,
learn
yeah.
the things. Yeah, like
So, yeah. So that was the most trouble I got into, was that egging thing.
yeah.
Year probation and
Rough,
a
dude.
fine or something like that for vandalism. Okay, keep going.
I'm a nice guy. Evan's a nice guy. You know, we're just regular dudes trying to make our way through the world with a job, with some spare time on our hands.
Yep.
You know, like
We're still learning. Nobody's perfect.
yeah, man.
But it is again, it's, for me, it's a reason to not censor your child and
Yeah.
not shelter them too much, because nobody's perfect. Nothing's a fairy tale.
Yeah.
Contrary to what very well done, but fancy animated princess movies will have you believe, or really a lot of TV shows will have you believe that things can be buttoned up into this perfect little lesson and all this stuff. It's messy, and it is what it is, and it's all the more reason to teach, for me anyway, to teach my son as he grows, you know, the right and wrong way to handle things, the right and wrong way to treat people, you know. And here's why. Here's my stories. Here's what you see in a movie or TV. Let's pause it. Let's discuss how that might not be the way to handle things, or you know, how that might not be the outcome in real life. Things like that. So it's
a
messy.
chore.
Yeah,
It's a chore.
Yep,
You're wisest when you realize you'll never stop learning.
absolutely.
And that is the truth of it. Oh, I'm
Absolutely.
30 years old and I'm still learning.
Yep.
Shit, I didn't even know. Oh, my 12-year-old can do math better than I can.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Have you seen the way they make kids do math these days? It's stupid. What?
Again,
Why
but
change it?
That's a whole other discussion for the things that they're actually teaching your children in school. But nonetheless, anyway, yeah. So kind of a chaotic episode this week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Clearly, as you will see. But welcome to being a dad.
Yeah.
Dad Motive episode 4 this week.
Like, follow, subscribe.
Yes. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Facebook is Dad Motive.
Yeah.
Instagram is Dad Motive Show,
As is Twitter.
as is Twitter. So like and follow us there. head on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe. You hit the thumbs up button. Hit the notification bell.
Yep.
Leave a comment. You know, a story you want to share, anything like that. And
You know what? Hell, even
we
if you
appreciate the support. We appreciate you continuing to help us grow this thing. So,
hell, even if you don't want to watch, put it on your laptop. Listen to it in the background.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll get a good chuckle.
exactly.
And if you don't get a good chuckle, you'll probably go, "Ooh, they do make a good point." Elementary, my dear boy.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
Some shenanigans. I don't quite have the beard to be doing that yet. But maybe one day.
Yes. So, Dad Motive episode 4. What are we titling it? Frustration or blooper show?
Cease and desist.
So, whatever we did that we title it, enjoy episode 4 of Dad Motive. We appreciate the support.
Cease, destruction, frustration, chaos.
Is that everything?
I
think that's everything this week.
That's pretty well all of it.
Yeah. So, appreciate it. Cheers. And we'll see you guys next time.
Take her easy, y'all.
Dad Motive. Awesome.
Yo! Go team!